Here in Charlottesville, Virginia and Clemson, Kamora Johnson. Whether you want to make her a passer or a scorer, it doesn't matter for her.
She's one of the best players in the ACC.
And then for Clemson, Mia Moore, as consistent of a point guard you'll find in this conference. Now in year 2 at Clemson, her team winning back-to-back conference games to begin the season, first time since 2017-18. And then for Clemson, Sean Poppy, he is trying to bring the Tigers back to the big dance. Clemson #1 in the ACC in three-pointers made. Meadow, Overstreet, Jules Galley, and Brandon Enterline have the assignment tonight. Off we go from JPJ. Cavaliers in the navy and Clemson in the white. Here's Paris Clark, who was held scoreless for just the second time in her UVA career the other night. Now she lines up a corner three. This will go to the Tigers.
Says they do a lot of unique screening in the free throw.
How about that point guard matchup we were talking about? Moore against Johnson. Kamora wins the first battle.
Seems like awesome.
Tabitha Amonte, who had 11 the other night, she'll go to the free throw line.
Teams.
These are two squads that last 6 games for the Hoops.
On the perimeter, can score on the inside, and all can be defensive anchors protecting the rim.
5-out offense for the Tigers. This is a 3 dropped in. Raven Thompson knocks it down.
Shooters everywhere.
Feed it down low, Amonte. She's got the deuce.
But there's
one of Clemson's top shooters, Hannah Cohn, number 5 in the white. Giveaway for the Tigers. Starts on the defensive end for the Hoops. Cross-court pass. Smith, they want her to be very assertive tonight. There she goes. This is game 5 in the fold for the Hoos. Shot goes up. Augustaneda, not there. That double-digit assist game. Amonte extending her range. It's a long 2.
That takes this UVA offense to a whole nother level.
Moore rejects. Pirouettes. Kick out 3 ball for Hadley Perriman. Their 5 will shoot it. But Moore does a nice job going back defensively. Off the hand of Amonte. Here's Cohn. And they are very comfortable in late clock. Thompson, paint touch and a kick. Augustaneda. No dice there. Smith corrals.
Just can't knock him down.
Down low, Levy finishes. The junior from Lithuania coming over from Georgia Tech. Open shooter Moore. She strikes. Point shooter is Moore, so the Tigers back on the board. They'll leave Levy open. That's a mistake.
Really go.
Taylor Johnson-Matthews is in, fresh off a great game against Chicago State. Season high of 20-point shooting. Tigers hit 21 threes, an ACC single-game record. Levy fires it down low, off the hands of Caitlin Weimer.
The Tigers getting back on transition defense.
Quick ball movement, 3 ball, not there for Johnson-Matthews. It's an O board for Demira Hines. Move it around. This tray doesn't go for Perriman. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Such an advantage for an offense when you have a group of bigs who can get it done on the inside.
The point guard, freshman from Chapel Hill. They try to go high-low once again. Smith to Weimer, pirouette in the finish. We have a moving screen here as Augustaneda tried to release. Game against the Mustangs, a career high for the freshman. White really aggressive going to the rim.
You might not get the ball, but you have to go up there with the mindset that your screen could be the reason why one of your teammates gets an open shot.
Smith against Perriman, goes with the left hand. They like these lineups with Perriman and Hines in the game together, the 2 bigs for the Tigers. Watts. Johnson-Matthews fade away, gets the kind bounce.
So many options out of horns. You have to pick and roll, you have to pick and pop, or your guard can create for herself.
The State game time decision coming in with an ankle. Good to see her in the fold.
Pretty early, but halfway through the season, you want to be playing your best basketball.
A dang ring in the ball game. Welcome in.
Basketball.
Probably pencil her in as just a shot blocker. No, she'll shoot 2. Thompson, runner, got it.
And how is that so?
Hurd against Augustaneda. 3 Tigers converge. Hurd gets it away for White. Gallops in the lane. Not enough on it, and Weimer will go to the line.
But there's no
injury. Documentary chronicling the 93.
He's going to hear his name called early in June's NBA draft.
Very early. I think Johnson milking the clock. Sees a hedge, throws it away into the waiting arms of Rose. 2 seconds to go. Rachel's got a heave. She does, and nearly banked it home. Chicago State, clearly the legs weren't tired on a travel day.
Get right off of the bus and light it up from 3.
Levy, 6-1 herself. Chicago State, when they started hitting 15. Fadeaway Johnson Matthews. She lost her footing, and this will be whose ball. Johnson's pass tipped away, and a steal here. Complimentary player, but she can fill it up. Mia Moore dashing inside. And this is where the Who's are lethal. Johnson. Open court. Levy, a kick. Ring spots up. Can't hit.
It's an extra.
Both pretty effective in the open court.
Yeah, clash of conflicting styles, but when you have such high skill set.
Amanze, who had the hot hand early on, sweeping through the lane. Nicely done. Moore penetrates. Johnson wins that battle yet again. And Johnson gets tripped up.
Have to be transition defense. Right here, getting the steal, and then it's off to the races. UVA is going to get out on turnovers, makes or misses.
Keon, she really wanted to prove to people this year she could do it on both ends.
She said, I'm from round the way, I'm leaving.
Johnson Matthews challenges White, help defense from Levy. Kick out Cone. Over 90% of her shots this year.
From the offensive end is to shoot threes.
Amanze dives to the deck following the strip from Cone, and Coach Mox pleading for a timeout. And now you see Sean Poppy in disagreement with the official, Meadow Overstreet, saying, hey, they never had possession. UVA possession when we come back. And sometimes they force it. Kimura does not, and clearly winning the main at point right now with Moore on the bench. Oh, huge rejection. Gabby White.
But at the same time, got to go up a bit stronger. Right there in defensive rotation.
Bit of hesitation there from Harris. Cone down the baseline, and that 6'3" length of Levy. Kickball and an apology. I didn't mean to kick it in your direction. Sorry. Well, she was dealing with some migraines. She's had a nice career. A few different stops. Clark zigzags in. Scoops a pass for Levy. Smith, ball movement just fantastic for the Who's. Can't be paid off, though, by Clark. Really challenged her in the offseason to be more of a playmaker. This time she'll call her own number. Smith, hesitation move, runner, off. Amanze bats it. Finally. Rose lines it up. She's fouled. Rose. Her career at USC Upstate. Stayed in staff. Cavaliers at 58% to begin the game. Johnson bodies down her defender illegally. It's an offensive foul on Mo. Cone, that's the assignment against Hannah. Perriman, pass gets swatted away by Smith. Rose recovers. Timer at 2 here. Clemson's got to go, and Perriman doesn't release it in time. Excellent defense from the Who's.
That's how you stand in what's to come. Excellent job by the scout team to prepare UVA for this matchup.
Amanze an issue down low for the Tigers, and you can just feel it right now.
Push her out of the lane by any means necessary, even if you have to face guard.
Even if you have to risk a foul.
There we go.
Amanze is perfect. High school, a few years at Princeton. Cone, pull up, got it. Smith, who has added the three-point shot to her repertoire this year. 7 of their first 24 from the floor. Rose shakes. She's 4 long arms, but Rose escapes somehow.
Luckily, your teammate bailed you out by being too quick to get to the basket and being stopped.
White commits a travel here. Cavaliers turn it over for the 7th time. Middle digits.
And with the way they shoot the 3,
whoa, Cone.
They're never really out of games. But
there's now beams and kicks. Brown drives, fighting through contact. Amanze, no longer perfect from the field, and now a loose ball foul on Tabitha. Cone never stops moving for the Tigers, by the way. Number 5 in the white. Moore jets to the rack.
There it is. That's
within single digits. Weimer fighting down low, and Perriman commits the foul. 13 per game. Scoreless 0 for 3. Clark took her eyes off the basketball. And again, Rose uses the screen. Thompson gets a step on Smith, uses the rim as protection. And the Tigers are indeed within 9 at the break unless Clark makes this. She won't. So how about that? Clemson shoots about 33% from the field in the opening half. Everything feels disastrous. They're right in the game. Clemson in the white, UVA in the navy, and half 2 begins here in Charlottesville. Moore and Johnson both playing with 2 fouls to begin this second half. And Johnson runs out of real estate. Shot clock in single digits here. It's a kick out. Augustaneda finally hits. switch here. Hines defends Johnson. Get it down low, and Amanze scores. 5. Now Hines, who did not start tonight's game, but I think Sean Poppy said, I need more size. There you go. There we go. The last 6 games. And Coach Poppy said, that's not a demotion. Levy locks her eyes on the rim. Augustineta tracks it down. As close as the Tigers have been in quite some time. Spin move, more. She's on the board again.
To see some pick and roll actions for their bigs. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Utilize your size.
At most in a single game in UVA history. It's a program that's made a lot of NCAA tournaments over the years. Shot clock at 3. More shimmies. Augustineta's open late. Clock rims out. Hines devours the rebound. She's on the ground. She dishes it away. Helter-skelter. Augustineta wide open. Can't hit.
He's off of an offensive rebound.
Johnson wants 3. Moore had a notion. Bursting to the free throw line. Oh, a lot of contact there, no whistle. Augustineta, another try.
We fall.
Played so well in recent games, averaging 18 over the last 4, and Levy got smacked across the face by Augustineta. Back into action the other day against SMU. To have 6'3", can shoot, can pass to offer.
She's definitely the type of player that most teams in them has been a force for Clemson. You have to continue to find her because she's making things happen on the inside.
Thompson fakes, blow by to the rack, and Clark got a piece of it. Paris Clark is one of the best shot-blocking guards in America.
The shot blocker, you're going to have to be a bit more physical. Go into their chest, make them foul you. Bring the fight to the shot blockers.
Clark had a couple of blocks for the 8th time in her career last. Waits, hesitates. Oh, fantastic move, but no finish. Clark's there and cleans it up. Hines on a post ISO here, challenges Weimer, and she'll go to the line.
Better off that'll reflect in the end.
And look, these are 2 teams that opportunity for Clemson, Quad 2 opportunity for you. Even now receiving votes. Off the hands of Weimer, giveaway for UVA. Samaya Smith is pleading her case that it went off the Tigers last. Jules Gallion converses with Brandon Enterline, and they've changed the call, Cavaliers ball. And I believe Sean Poppy has just asked for an appeal. Now, the original call was Clemson ball. Officials came together, then signaled UVA ball. As Weimer's hands stay on the ball as Perriman gets contact. Tough one here.
Very close.
After review, the call on the floor stands. Blues ball, 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Especially here on the baseline out of bounds. Clemson has to be ready for those slips to the basket.
Clemson's going to get it anyway, though. It's a foul off the ball. And Romy Levy once again perplexed. Johnson Matthews takes Levy for a ride. This is short. Levy. Tigers are now 0 for their last 6 from the floor. Levy's bumped here. Now they're going to call a moving screen. It's on Samaya Smith. Fans don't like it.
I think that is the correct call. You're not set. You're lunging into the defender. Great call by the officials.
7 points. 2 for 2 from the floor. 3 of 3 at the line. She's trapped here. She travels. That pivot foot moved. 5 assists, but 4 turnovers tonight. Weimer lasers it outside for a dang ring. She rings the bell. Not much from Perriman yet. No scoring. Rose on a delivery outside. Johnson Matthews pull-up connects.
There it is.
Wants to clear out. She's going to see 4 hands. Weimer from 3. That's off. Weimer. Fast movement here from the Tigers. Ring goes down. Leaves open. Thompson.
Basketball. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Clark travels. Hines against Weimer. Hines over the shoulder. No dice. White feeds. Ring wants 3. And we have a foul here on Weimer, and this will result in 2 shots for the Tigers. And Clemson is within 6. Evening of Hoops on ACC Network, Saturday, December 10th. Johnson skates in. That just shows you the type of night it's been from a scoring standpoint for Mo. Just 7 offensive rebounds tonight for the Hoos, one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the land. Ring is off. For the last 7, scoreless drought of over 2.5 minutes for the Hoos. Contact and free throws here for more.
There it is. There's just nothing you can do. You're prepared, but there's just too much speed, too much quickness.
10 in that game. Pearson, 13th ranked Louisville, and Virginia Tech at 4 in quarter. Clemson has never led. Layup is good and one. Clark.
Without it. Drive to the lane while the defense is sleeping. Finish strong and one.
Harris Clark. Yeah, she played a bunch of games with UVA over her first couple of seasons. Mia Moore to inbounds. Skims it in there for Thompson. Fade away off 1 foot for Raven.
Like this.
5 seconds to go in the quarter. Johnson elevates. No. We're done with 3%. But it's a 2-possession game. Clark got hot as the third quarter went on. Starts off the fourth. Because Sean Poppy has said throughout the year he doesn't believe his team is the most athletic in the country.
Will and want to. It's all about heart. So if you can bring that effort, you'll be in the most games.
Samaya Smith drains a 3. The desire of all 10 on the floor of the sink. Kick it out. Moore, a tray. Smith gobbles up the rebound and throws it away. Johnson asking for a tip. Not getting one.
Oh, the opposite big who didn't set the pick is going to pop. Drive the lane, create offense.
Yeah, this should be Clemson ball. This is a mistake from the officials, and I think that's why they're coming together here. No, they're going to give it to the Tigers. Yep, okay, so... No. Okay, so they came together and said that there was indeed a tip on the outlet pass from Smith. Okay, so Clemson apparently had desires of appealing that, but took too long. Interesting. Smith off the ricochet. Levy. Johnson regrouping here for the Hoos. Smith heats one down low. Hines, nice maneuver on the baseline.
Stavin, that time saving the basketball from going out of bounds. Coming back on the offensive end, using patience, just can't finish.
Cavaliers by a touchdown. Johnson motors to the rim. First one is good. Gorgeous. Hines slips to the basket. Has the mismatch on Clark.
Love it.
Saturday night, January season for UNC. Dean Smith, the head coach at the time, both right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Tigers recalibrating here following the missed free throw. Johnson Matthews couldn't get it to go in the other. Smith pops and goes for 3. Under 7 to go in the fourth quarter. Cavs by a dozen. Hines yet again and one.
The side, you got Mia Moore with more moves, with a list of moves longer than the CVS receipt, finding highs, knocking it in.
Check out our Instagram page. 10-point Cavaliers lead. All right, Horns, you guessed it. Johnson muscles her way to the rim and muscles her way to the line.
But you got to come up with a way to get stops.
And you know what, Kiana? Even without her getting to 20.
But credit to Johnson for being able to find her teammates and not forcing anything on the offensive end.
It is a wrestling match down low. Moore getting dirty, and Moore appears to be shaken up. Players on both sides fighting for the basketball. Mia Moore, Clemson's point guard, you see her here grabbing the right side of her face. She has exited the game. She is sitting behind the Tigers bench right now. So Rachel Rose is in at the point for the Tigers.
Next man up mentality. There's still more than enough time to get back into this game.
Thompson got shielded off. Amanze with the length. Smith runs the floor, gallops for 2+1.
And that's if available, and your point guards or whoever has the basketball will find you. All you got to do is finish.
Romy Levy had a triple-double earlier this year, so yeah, that means Hines makes a decision. Filters it for Thompson. Augustineta, they need her to get going. She can't. Rose tracks down the loose change. Johnson Matthews releases. And the Tigers just cannot get it going.
If you're Clemson, you need black Air Force One energy right here. Consequences and repercussions. Take these assignments personal.
Maybe Hines took it a little too personally
not
there.
That personal. Right.
Demara Hines with her 4th personal. The Who's are in the bonus. Her 5th career double-double, her 4th this season. 5th game over the last 7 in double-figure scoring for Vermont. Virginia on an extended 15-2 run over the last 4+ minutes. Rose scanning and going in towards the rim. She'll head to the line.
Offensive partner, that time it was Rachel Rose.
And a near triple-double against the... High-low again, Smith, and now Amanze crowded inside. It's a 3-second call. First ACC win in program history.
Slippery play by Rose right there. And you see it on the court.
Another at the line with 4 assists, too. Oh, Johnson. Wide open. What? And Rose still in there running the show with no Mia Moore. Long 2 goes for Johnson Matthews. But
if you're UVA, you don't have to force anything.
That pass kind of felt a little forced.
Yes.
And it's a takeaway for the Tigers and Augustaneda. Rose lifts it ahead. Hines runs the floor and scores. Clark once again rejects. Takes Augustaneda to the rim. How did she get that shot off? Nearly 3 to play. Rose drop-off pass. Layup for Thompson. Goes. It's a 10-point game.
Great transition off.
Timeout for Virginia. Tigers need some stops. They've scored the last 6. Smith with the hot hand from the outside. No. Mia Moore still not out there. Rose gets feet in the paint. Hines. Man, oh man. Sets a nice sturdy screen. Smith fakes. Down low, and Weimer lost her footing. .45 to go. It's an 8-point game. 3-possession game. Rose bumps bodies with Clark. Rose, yes, and one! Another circus shot from Rachel Rose.
In the second half all night long, absorbing the contact, going straight up, finishing. Beautiful play by Rachel Rose.
5 for 5 with 14 points, and Rose 10th amongst active Division I players in points. Tonight, 16 points, 11 boards. Career high of 21 points in November against
3 that could end up biting you in the end.
Tigers just 4 for 19 from outside. Rose, fake layup. Oh, she was inches away from...
To help more. That time it was just an easy lane. That should have been...
Rose connect 38 in a game. In the SoCon tournament a couple of years back. Extra look here for the Tigers. Augustaneda, fall away jumper, back rim and off. This will stay with Clemson.
For Rachel Rose, you have to stick with it.
Cavaliers love to zone on baseline out of bounds plays. Clemson tries to expose it. Amanze says enough of that. Augustaneda, timer at 6 here. Clemson down by 6. Rose fumbles it, regathers, heaves one up, backboard rim and off. Smith corrals. Excellent double-double, 14 points and 10 rebounds. Johnson bumped and fouled. Kamora Johnson only 8 points tonight. Cavaliers have been very efficient offensively this evening at 50%, but so remember, Sean Poppy appealed to play earlier in the game, lost a timeout, so he's got 1 left. Okay, so Clemson apparently had desires of appealing that, but took too long. Tigers advance into the front court. Johnson Matthews, back to Rose. Rachel inside, reverse layup, didn't even hit the backboard. Possession right out. Well, now Rose commits the personal. Coach Mox and her team grinding the... Get it in for Thompson, back to Rose, who races around the screen. Levy goes down, 25 seconds to go. Long 3 for Cone, off the mark. Paris Clark captures the rebound, motors into the front court, and Sean Poppy says do not foul. Clemson waves the white flag, and the Virginia Cavaliers ring in the new year with a 10-point dub over Clemson, a quad 2 victory for the Who's, as Virginia improves to 3-0 in league play.
Excellent win by the Who's. Clemson fought hard to the end, but in the end, it was just too much size of UVA and a lot of Kamora Johnson finding her partners and teammates. Excellent job by the Virginia Cavaliers.